You on the blow point. You on the blow point. You on the blow point.
Welcome everybody to the Pistorano Show. Today we're going to discuss all kinds of stuff. Some mail call pieces, the Redcat Injora Redcat crawler, this little thing right here, and this little thing right here. So let's get started. We'll put this to the side for right now. Put this to the side. So, what we have here, MSP RC. I hope everybody can see that. If you're an RC10 guy, Team Associated, RC10 Vintage, or if you picked up the 40th edition, or you picked up the clear edition, you noticed how thin the new revisions are. Very thin. I mean, do they work? Yeah. Can you run them? Yeah. You can actually drive with them and jump them and all that good stuff. But if you remember the old days of the original RC10, you'll remember this. Doesn't bend, you can't bend it, twist very little. This is the same thickness as what the 1985 version was. And this is what I remember about it. Is it being this sturdy. I used to race these back in 1985. That tells you my age. But the motor mount is the right thickness. Everything lines up like it should. The front, I don't know what year this is based off of, but I remember mine being a rectangle, not a triangle. But nonetheless, that bolt's right there, and that's how long your 1/10 scale was back in the day. And it's beautiful. So MSP RC, they even put their name on it here so people can't sell these as original. They would very easily could be pawned off as original. I mean, it looks original to me, but anyway, get the name in there again. MSP RC. You can buy the chassis, you can buy the motor mount, and you can buy the front, which even has their name on it, just so nobody's trying to rip people off, which it seems like in the hobby business these days, that's what it's all about. But MSP is not doing that. MSP is making dreams come true. So if you want to take your 40th anniversary and make it like one from the 80s, you need to get a hold of MSP RC and purchase one of these. And then put all your 40th anniversary stuff on it, and then you will have very close to the original. It's very nice. I'm excited. I'm going to build this into an RC10. eventually. One thing I do notice is I think the original had lines right here. I think. It's hard to remember that far back, but it's good that they made it a little different so that people can't get confused. That's why I really like that they put their name on it. So nobody tries selling these for $1,000 saying it's an original prototype A stamp, blah, 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 blah. And that shows you how good of a company MSP is, because, you know, they could have just as easily stamped an A where it needs to be stamped and then said these were the real deal. But they didn't. They put their name on it. They made it right. Price wise, I think for everything it's like $120, which is about the same price as Team Associated is selling their thin chassis. So, I mean, this is definitely the way to go if you are wanting to build one for track use or off-road use. You'll want to get one of these chassis. So, if there's any questions on this chassis, just message me. It's beautiful. I mean, honestly. Came packed securely. There was no scratches. So they did a good job. I'm excited to see what it looks like all built up. Spend the rest of the video trying to figure out how to close a box. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Next up to bat is a mail call. Alright, so I have these I got these. So this is this goes up to a 3. So I've already got this one. That one I need to send it back. But anyway, I've got from a 1.5 So this is a 1.3. I got a 1.3 to a 1 point or to a 3. So that covers the whole range. And usually I'll put those in my drill just like this. I need a 4 and a 5 of this one. But then MIP just came out with this. It's a, what's it called? Speed tip, that's what it's called. So all you do is pull down. So get it in there, pull down, slide it in, and there you go. Kind of gets really neat for all the others, but this one takes time, you know. What? Oh, that's a bitch. this thing. There we go. So I gotta move my things up on all of these. I tell you what, they're not very speedy. It's called a speed tip, but it's more of a slow tip. So I don't know. I guess it's all right. I had that one in the right spot. Oh. So yeah, this is the new MIP speed tip, so you can use all of these. I'm not sure it's that speedy, so I don't know. I'm right now not really a fan of it because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Well, I was kind of excited about this. But now, alright, so let's move on. One, I think they sent me the wrong tip. I didn't order a 3. I've already got a 3. So that I gotta take care of. And then these won't fit where I have the collars. They fit in my drill just fine, so I'm not quite sure why they gotta be so different on the MIP speed doohickey. Another MIP antenna. Those work fine. All right, so we got those all set up. I'll put those back up in a minute. All right, now what everybody wants to see. What did we do to the Redcat? All right. Get the Redcat out here. We'll get our Injora flag out here. One thing, this is another thing I found on Amazon. So, little stands. This one holds the front steering. And this one holds the rear. There. Cheap little metal stands, but they hold the minis off the ground. So you might look at these Amazon 1/18 scale stands. They're metal. They're decent little looking things, and they work. So can't ask for more than that. All right, so the truck itself. So let's look here. We got our stickers. Got the Pissed Rhino logo. We got our Injora. We got Injora Racing. Across the front, we have NSDRC. We got Zip Tie Mechanic sticker. We got our big NSDRC sticker. You can see we've cut out the fender wells, and we cut off the ledge in the rear, and overall suspension works good. So in the back we've got our HR sticker, our Cool Story Bro, and our Go sticker, Injora. I know not a lot of you care about stickers, but livery is, part of the deal. Wheels, I don't know if you can see. Let me move my light up here. So you can see the oil slick wheels, carbon fiber on the inside, and then Injora XX pins, because they have little X's on them. And I'll tell you what, they are grippy. Of course, they need wiped down, but once you remove that layer of dust, they are so sticky. And then all you gotta do is wipe them down again if they lose their stickiness. So, let's get this body off here. Body off. From this angle, everything looks stock. All this is stock. But once you flip it over, you're going to see what all's been done. So we've got the Injora brass transmission plate. We have the Injora drive shafts, and these are made for the Redcat, and they go right on. Smooth as silk, to be honest with you. Then we have, I'll take the tire wheels off here in a second, but you can see we have the portal covers inside and out, brass. We've got the brass steering link. Then this is, let me get the right nut driver. I want to show you a couple things that I put on here that are not Injora. But so right here you can see this brass plate. It's very hard to find, but if you search, you'll find it. This is a hot racing servo mount for the Redcat Ascent 18. Solid brass all the way across, and then it also holds the ends on your upper links. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the upper link right there. So that's one piece, and then of course the NSDRC servo. Went with the blue to kind of match the blue on the wheels, and eventually I might put some more blue stuff on this. We got the Injora diff covers, brass, the Injora steering linkage, which is also brass. This is the horn that comes with the NSDRC RS100, and what I did was I drilled and tapped the bottom hole so that it would fit the bigger screw, the 2.5, and it works great. A little bit of modification to get that to work, but if you don't have any other servos or you forgot to buy the proper servo, this is the way to do it. Just drill it, tab it, and then you're good to go. All right, back to the Injora stuff. So Injora, the portal inner and outer housings are very easy to assemble. It's a little bit harder to get the bearings out of the stock parts. But once you get the bearings out of the stock parts, it's very simple to replace these on the stock plastic axles. So the axles are still plastic, but the gears inside are metal, the portal covers are all metal, and the drive shafts are metal. I see no reason why you would really have to change these axles unless you just wanted to. But other than that, I didn't have one problem putting it together. I had it together in maybe, I don't know, hour and a half, maybe, with some breaks in between. Suspension functions right. Ride height is pretty good. I put on these Injora extensions. Put your little pin in there. Put on your extension. Put on your tire. And there it is. Plenty of travel. I mean, it gets okay. I mean, these shocks limit so much flex. So once you change the shocks, it'll have tons of flex. So Injora is currently sending me the links and the shocks made for this setup. So I can test those out and get a good feel for it. Then after that, we might just, I don't know if I want to do 4-wheel steering. I might leave it alone. I doubt it. But next step would be a new motor. Everything else is up in the air right now. So that's the Redcat Injora build. I will post the links to everything that I used, except for the hot racing piece, but everything else I'll put a link down in the description so you have the ability to search and do the exact same thing that I did here. I'll also, at the end of this video, I will add a short driving video that I did with this. I actually did a longer driving video, but it's all inside, so there's not much cool stuff to show. But there it is. Stock body fits great. No rubbing. Somewhat good flex. And then, so, you know, for the little bit, you know, we took off the wheels, we took off the servo, took out a bunch of stock screws, and we have leftover other screws. And then we took everything out of it. So this is all the parts that you swap out when you're doing this change. I know I made a mess, but that's all right. But yeah, so you get a big pile of parts. Just by buying a few Injora parts, you eliminate all this plastic, and NSDRC replaced this pile of junk. So, yeah, it's well worth it. Prices are, you know, very reasonable for what you get. The weight definitely helps. It's definitely heavier, and all that weight is down low. So your center of gravity is actually lower now due to the weight distribution. What else? I think that's all for that. So the next thing I'll be doing is I will be getting the show Creighton, or no, not the show Creighton, the Basher Creighton. Get the wheels on it, get it ready, because if everything dries out like it's supposed to tonight or tomorrow. See, we got major thunderstorms today, or else I would have done it today. I was planning on going today, but so we're gonna take the basher out. So I got to get the wheels and tires on it. I got to sync up the ESC with the new controller. I haven't done that yet. I've got a couple batteries I need to charge. Get that thing going. And then the next thing on the bench is going to be the bigger brother to this one. The regular Ascent. And I'm going to add some parts to it. Some H-Tech. H-Tech got really big into the full-size Ascent, so we'll be working on it next. And I'll, of course, post a video on its upgrades. And what else? Then after that, we should be getting really close to the SCX6. Not this Monday, but next Monday I start the SCX6. And that is going to be a fun project. I think I'm going to record, you know, most everything that's going to be done to it. So you'll get to see it. I'm going to try. If it frustrates me, then I will probably not do it any further. Just because it's so annoying to do it on camera, and if it don't work, it's a mess. But anyway. Alright, so I guess that's all for today. We went through the RC10 chassis by MSP. MSP made a great chassis for the RC10. Then we went through the MIP speed tip that is not very speedy. I don't know, I had to wait a few weeks for this thing to come out. Again, I was really excited about it, but now that I have it, it's not as exciting. I mean, alright, I'm going to show you one thing. Speed tip. So, here's the speed tip. You got to pull this back and then lock it in, and you got to pull it back to take it out. If it's not aligned properly, you have to move it around to get it to go in. That's the speed tip. This is my little drill This is a Nex L1 by Fantic. Ready? Speed tip. Oh, what? And then to take it out, you pull forward, which is a one motion. So put it in, it's locked. Pull, it's out. That's a fucking speed tip right there. That's a speed tip. You can't get any faster than that. See, this one you can't just push in. You have to pull back, get it to set, and then you have to pull back to get it to come out. So it takes two hands. Two hands to put it together, two hands to take it out. Two hands to put it together, two hands to take it out. One hand locked in place, one hand take it out. One hand locked in place, one hand take it out. So you got to use two hands to use the little MIP thing. And this drill that cost less than this, I think. I think this costs less than this. Anyway, you see my point. MIP, I love the tools, and the reason I love the tools is because the edge is never round. It's always a great tip. You just don't have problems with them. All the others, they wear out. These, so far, still going strong. So, I mean, you look at this one. I use this one almost every day. And it's still the perfect. I don't know if I can even get close to showing you this on camera. Anyway, MIP makes great products, but this little thing, this little gimmick does not work for me. So then we went through the Redcat, all the parts. This is everything we took off and replaced it with metal components. And then, so next, I'm going to be putting wheels and tires on the basher, resetting the receiver to the new controller, getting it ready to take it out and do some. We're actually going to a skate park, so it should be really cool. It's either going to be, we're going to get a couple good videos, or we're going to break it immediately again. So we'll see how that works out. And then pretty much after that, we're going to work on the full-size Ascent to do some more upgrades on it. And then we'll be around the next Monday where we're going to start the SCX6 Mega Build. So, alright guys, I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully you've got Monday off for a 3-day weekend, and enjoy it with your family, or enjoying it out bashing or crawling or whatever it is you like to do. Get out there and have some fun. See y'all later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.